Hi, this is Ms. Parrish. We're going to get started with 6th grade math. This is lesson 130, pages 233 and 234. We're going to start off with a rapid calculation drill, so try to keep up. 30 times 3 divided by 10 plus 3 minus 4 plus 2 divided by 5 times 6 divided by 4 plus 97 equals. All right, you should have gotten 100 for that answer, and we will move on. We have been talking about angles, and there's a couple ways to tell whether an angle, what size an angle is and what its name. And if you look up here on come on this side, on our chart up here, an acute angle is less than 90 degrees. And that is, so it's any angle that starts from 0 all the way to 89 degrees. And that's our acute angle. And remember, I did say one way to remember that is that an acute angle is small, so it's kind of cute. Obtuse is between 90 degrees and 100. It's greater than 90 and less than 180 degrees, and that is our bigger angles. Those are obtuse. A straight angle is what we have if it is 180 degrees exactly, because it's flat. And then a right angle is right at 90 degrees. And so 90-degree angle, it's going to most likely have the square to mark it off. And so that's our right angle. Up here, if you, I'll move that over, and looking at our angles, we've got a 55-degree angle, and we've just went over that. So a 55-degree angle, would that be acute, obtuse, straight, or right? Okay, 55-degree angle is gonna be acute, because it is less than 90 degrees, and it is not 90 degrees exactly, and it's not bigger than 90. So less than that is acute. Okay, 99-degree angle. Would that be acute, obtuse, straight, or right? Okay, yes, it would be obtuse, because it is greater than 90, but it's less than 180 degrees. So obtuse would be the right answer. Okay, 161 degrees. Is that going to be acute, obtuse, straight, or right? Okay, 161 degrees is going to be obtuse. I'll move this over. Okay, because it is less than 180 degrees, but greater than 90 degrees. So that would make this one 161 degrees obtuse. And then 90 degrees, is that acute, obtuse, right, or straight? Okay, if you said right, then you would be correct, because it is a right angle. It's exactly 90 degrees, and so that would be a right angle. Okay, if we look at our angles right here on the board, we can also see the size of an angle just by looking at it, because if it is straight up in two lines that are parallel to each other, or perpendicular, I'm sorry, that's wrong. So perpendicular to each other, where they form a right angle, that is a 90-degree angle. So if it's less than that, if it's smaller than that, like this one is an acute angle, okay? We're looking at also labeling our angles today. And so we have the legs of the angle, which are the two lines. And so at the top of this leg, we're going to label. And since we have another one labeled ABC down here, I'm going to use different letters. So I'm going to go X, Y, and Z. Y is at the vertex. This dot in the middle is our vertex of an angle. And then here, what type of angle is this one right here? Okay, yes, it would be obtuse. So we're going to label this one P, Q, R. And what letter is at the vertex of this angle? If you say Q, that would be correct. It's right here. This is called our vertex. Okay? And the way we mark or write an angle by its letters is by starting with the vertex, or I'm sorry, starting with one of the legs, putting the vertex in the middle, and then marking the other leg. So we're going to write that. I'm going to erase this so that I can write this for you. And you use a little mark that looks like an angle to write this. And so if we were to write this angle, we'd write angle X, Y, Z. Okay, notice I put this first leg, and then the vertex in the middle, and then the second leg. Okay, if we were to write this angle, it would be angle P, Q, R. And if we were to write the angle that we do that was already up here, it's angle A, B, C. Okay? So that's how we label an angle. That's how we can tell what parts of the angle there are. Here, let's take a look at your page, and we're looking at measuring angles. So page 233. And if you take a look, the protractors, which is our other chart, and also we have the protractor. I have a protractor right here that measures the degrees of an angle. And we've been using these to measure circles, but now we're just going to measure angles. The vertex letter is the middle letter. When reading the name of the angle, that's what we went over. Two intersecting lines form opposite and congruent angles. So if we have, it says there, notice it looks like a cross. It's got the O in the middle and line AD or AOD and line COB. And so then the angles that are formed are opposite, but they're also congruent to each other. Okay, so use your protractor to measure the angles, and we want to get the closest degree that we can. Okay, and so on the board, I'm going to go ahead and measure a couple of these angles for you. So right here, remember we line up, we put the dot in the middle at the vertex, and you make sure that this is straight in line with the bottom of it. And if you have one of these, one of the arms, or you can use a ruler, a straight edge, and this angle is about 50 degrees, okay? So this is a 50-degree angle. And remember, we put the 50 and then we put a little 0 to mark that it's degrees. Okay, and the obtuse angle, so notice, remember, it's less than 90, so that is definitely an acute angle. And then right here, we're going to measure same way, okay? You probably cannot see the degrees on here, but it's at 110 degrees. Notice that that is more than 100 or more than 90, less than 180, so it is an obtuse angle, as we've already established with looking at it, but we can also verify with a protractor. Okay, and this last angle is a 35-degree angle. Okay, so that is how you measure your angles and how you're going to do it on your page. If you look at A and you set your protractor, so if you have your paper that looks like this, that has measuring angles at the top, okay? you're going to take your protractor, line it up with the angle, and you will find that this angle is a 60-degree angle. So A is a 60-degree angle. So we've done that first one together. Go ahead and finish this page. You do not have to do the green problems, and I want you to pick in the review section, I want you to pick, go ahead and pick 6 problems to do in the review section of your page. All right, and I will see you next time.